Hi guys, welcome back to your favorite YouTube channel.
My name is Nicole du Plessis, U25010982, and I am a first year OPV 112 student at the University of Pretoria.
And your girl, Brooklyn Baker, U25136624, and today we're back with another educational and fun video.
Today we are diving into something super important in human life, language development. Specifically, we'll look at how babies learn to talk, the factors that affect it, and even how screen time might play a role.
Or as parents would call it, finally understand why they're screaming. Spoiler alert, they're not just mini potatoes, they're actually small geniuses.
Let's get started.
We all know that speech and language development are critical for children. It's not just about saying their first words, it's connected to everything from learning to reading and even their IQ later in life.
But what happens when speech is delayed? Well, in children development for teachers in South Africa, studies showed that delayed speech can lead to learning disabilities, reading challenges, and even lower IQ scores.
But here's the thing, not every late talker falls behind. Even famous scientists like Albert Einstein and Richard Feynman were late talkers. So, while delayed language development can be a red flag, it's important to remember that every child develops at their own pace.
The key takeaway is that the right environment plays a huge role in language development. When kids are surrounded by verbal stimulation, they are more likely to develop strong language skills. Now let's talk about something a lot of parents wonder about. Does TV affect language development? Well, research says yes, it does, and not in a good way.
Children aged 18 months to 3 years who watch more than 4 hours of TV per day are 4 times more likely to develop language delays. That's because when babies are glued to the screen, they miss out on real-life experiences like talking, playing, and interacting with others.
Even educational programs might not be the solution. Babies need to engage with the environment, interact with caregivers, and play with toys and explore the world.
What's crucial is that parents and caregivers talk, read, and play with their babies. This kind of interaction is far more beneficial than passive screen time. So, how do babies learn language? There are several theories that try to explain this fascinating process. Let's explore 3 main ones. Learning theory. The first theory is learning theory, championed by B.F. Skinner. According to Skinner, babies learn language by being reinforced for their efforts. So, when a baby says, "Mama," the parents might smile or give them a treat. Their brain thinks, "Okay, cool, that worked, let's try it again."
But here's the catch. Learning theory doesn't fully explain how children come up with new words or grammar rules of their own, like when they say goat instead of wind. This creative aspect of language is something Skinner's theory doesn't really account for. Who taught them that? Could they be tiny little grammar inventors?
Social pragmatism.
Next up, social pragmatism. This theory suggests that language is learned through social interactions. Babies are emotional beings. Their motivation to learn language isn't just to express themselves, it's to engage with others.
From birth, babies begin conversations through eye contact, gestures, and even smiles. These early back-and-forth interactions help them develop the social and emotional skills needed for effective communication. Nativist approach. The third theory is the nativist approach, popularized by Noam Chomsky. Chomsky believed that children are born with a built-in mechanism that helps them learn language. He called this the Language Acquisition Device, or LAD.
Oi oi.
Almost like puberty, you just get hit with it one day. According to Chomsky, this allows children to learn language quickly and naturally in an environment that provides enough linguistic input. It's a fascinating theory, but it doesn't explain why some children, despite having the LAD, struggle more with language learning. So, who do you think is right?
The truth is, no single theory can fully explain language acquisition. Today, most psychologists agree that language development is the result of a combination of factors. Basically, like teamwork between your brain, parents, and environment.
Yes. While babies are born with the innate ability to learn language, they need social interactions, reinforcement, and exposure to rich linguistic environment to fully develop their skills. It's a dynamic interaction between genetics and experience. So Skinner and Chomsky, stop arguing, y'all are both right. Few interesting research findings really drive home how critical early interactions are. First, did you know that both fathers and mothers play a huge role in language development? Fathers often use a more diverse vocabulary, which has a big impact on children's language skills.
Also, babies tend to learn vocabulary in a universal order, regardless of the language spoken around them. They start with nouns, things they can see and touch, then move on to verbs and adjectives.
And here's the fun fact. Babies actually use their own names to help break down sentences and make sense of language.
So, what does this all mean?
Essentially, the point of this video is that every child develops at their own pace. With the right support, children can grow into confident, capable communicators with the help of caregivers, parents, environment, and interactions with others.
Thank you so much for watching. Bye!